The American persimmon, Diospyros virginiana, is a native fruit tree found from Florida to Connecticut in the east and from East Texas to southeast Kansas to southeast Iowa in the west. It grows in almost all imaginable habitats, from near swamp-like up to the driest gravelly ridgetops and everything in between. Persimmons will grow best and produce the most fruit on deep, fertile, moist, but well-drained soil. Consult the Web Soil Survey, a USDA Soil Survey book for your particular county, or your local NRCS office personnel for assistance in selecting appropriate soils and sites. Persimmons are among the most popular fruits in the world. More than 24 companies find it profitable to process American persimmon fruit and market frozen pulp for anywhere from $3 to $14 per pound. Most of this fruit is hand-picked from wild trees in the forests of Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, and Kentucky. An opportunity exists for small farmers in much of the U.S. to grow superior cultivars of American persimmon for the frozen pulp market. Superior cultivars are more productive and produce larger fruit with better flavor and higher quality compared to the typical wild fruit. It is sometimes possible to purchase planting stock of grafted persimmons of superior cultivars from reputable nurseries. If the stock is field-grown and dug bare root, it is critical that the root system still be intact. Persimmons are not good at recovering from a damaged root system. Container-grown stock is a safer option. If quality grafted stock is not available or affordable, an alternative is to plant persimmon seedlings, grow them up to 3 to 4 feet tall, then graft them yourself in place. Scion wood from superior cultivars is widely available and inexpensive. Grafting is a valuable skill worth learning. Persimmon trees should be planted 20 feet apart, both within and between rows. For bare root trees, planting holes should be dug just deep and wide enough to accommodate the roots without crowding or bending the roots around the sides of the hole. For container-grown stock, the hole should be just as deep and no deeper than the container. The root crown, the point where root and trunk meet, should be planted exactly at ground level. No part of the trunk should be buried or allowed to settle below grade. Normally, only the soil that came out of the hole should ever be used to backfill. Persimmon trees are very attractive targets for both browsing and rubbing by deer. Rabbits will also girdle them or snip them off. Newly planted persimmon trees should be protected by 5-foot-tall tree shelters or grow tubes. The tree shelters should be well ventilated. Persimmon trees need protection from competing vegetation to become established. A 3-foot square of landscape fabric with a slit in the center for the trees to poke out, topped with 2 to 3 inches of coarse wood chips, can provide very effective weed control, provided the vegetation is kept mowed short right up to the edge of the fabric. It is important to secure the margins of the fabric with a 6-inch turf staple at each corner, another halfway between each corner, and a 9th staple to hold the slit closed. Failure to fully secure the landscape fabric will result in it getting sucked into the mower blades. A low-cost alternative to the fabric, mulch, mowing weed control strategy is the use of the herbicide Oust, sulfometeron methyl. When used according to label directions by a qualified pesticide applicator, Oust will provide a full year of weed control with a single application, and at a cost $1,000 per acre less than the cost of the fabric mulch. Oust should not be used on persimmon seedlings in their first year of life. Persimmons are rather drought-tolerant and shouldn't need any supplemental watering once they've been in the ground for a month or so. After 4 to 5 years of growth, they should be established and start bearing fruit. After this point, they need little or no additional care, except for some pruning to control the size of the tree. Persimmons are quite resistant to pests and diseases, Their worst pests are raccoons and opossums, which climb the trees and break branches to get at the fruit. One important point to keep in mind is that persimmons are dioecious. They come in male and female. Normally, only female trees produce fruit, and normally only when there is a male in the vicinity. Only a single male tree is needed per farm in order to fully pollinize all of the female trees. Some female trees will produce seedless fruit if there is no male tree nearby. Persimmon fruit can be marketed in several different ways. Pick your own and farmers markets are options, though the massive production may make additional outlets necessary. An additional possibility is to sell fresh, high-quality cultivar fruit to one or more of the 24+ companies that process persimmon fruit into frozen pulp. Superior cultivars should bring a premium price above the wild fruit they are used to using. Brewers and distillers are also starting to take an interest in using persimmon fruit. Persimmon trees are reliable, productive, and nearly carefree once established. The fruit is popular and valuable. With some hard work and imaginative marketing, persimmons could become a very profitable enterprise on your small farm.